Nigel Farage is always going to be a much more exciting, interesting, dynamic, charismatic, bright.
Feeling the pressure, because I think there's a petition that's currently
Your approval
online
ratings have dropped.
1.9 people who want the election to go again.
It's now
is it 2 million now?
Very clear. Those who seek to blame others are themselves the problem, and we will have zero patience or tolerance of that.
You and the millions of people who think this bloke is a disgrace. He has no plan, he has no conviction, he has no backbone. I don't buy this government at all.
Isabel Oakeshott recently delivered a harsh critique of Keir Starmer on live TV, raising the question, what if she's right about the UK needing a different leader? Before we continue, may I ask a small favor? If you enjoy this content, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch without subscribing, and while it costs nothing for you, it makes a big difference for us. Did you hit the subscribe button? Thank you so much. Now let's get back to the discussion. In a startling confrontation, Oakeshott criticized Starmer's approach, leaving viewers questioning his capability to lead. Could someone like Nigel Farage, known for his decisive nature, be a better fit for the role? Let's delve into this political bombshell and examine what it might mean for the future of British leadership. Oakeshott's live TV takedown of Keir Starmer sent shockwaves through British politics. She didn't hold back, labeling Starmer as ineffective and accusing him of steering the UK in the wrong direction. Those who blame others are often the real problem, and Oakeshott made it clear that patience for such behavior is running thin. Her words hit a nerve, revealing growing dissatisfaction with Starmer's leadership style. His recent actions have fallen short of his promises. He vowed to unite the country and provide a clear alternative to the Conservatives, but his time in leadership has been marked by indecision and a lack of vision. Oakeshott's comments resonated with viewers who believe Starmer has failed to deliver on his promises. The gap between Starmer's promises and actions is stark. He promised to fight corruption, yet his administration has faced financial scandals. He promised strong leadership, but critics argue he's been reactive rather than proactive on crucial issues. Oakeshott's pointed criticisms highlighted this disconnect, leaving many questioning Starmer's effectiveness. Her claim that Starmer's dismissive attitude towards a petition was arrogant struck a chord with those who feel unheard. The image of Starmer shrugging off millions of signatures has come to symbolize his disconnect from public sentiment. Recent polls paint a grim picture for Starmer, with support for his leadership plummeting as voters express growing frustration with his ineffectiveness. This drop in popularity is not just a passing phase. It reflects a broader disillusionment with Starmer's leadership. The public's reaction to his leadership crisis has been swift and strong, with a petition calling for a general election gaining massive support. This growing unrest points to a potential shift in the political landscape, as voters look for alternatives to Starmer's leadership. As pressure on Starmer builds, the question on everyone's mind is, who could step in to fill the leadership gap? With the public crying out for decisive action and a clear vision, the stage is set for new contenders. Could a more controversial figure like Nigel Farage, known for his straightforward style, be the answer to the UK's leadership woes? While Starmer struggles to connect with voters, another political figure is making waves, Nigel Farage. Whether you love or hate him, Farage has a track record of shaking up the establishment. But what would a government led by Farage look like, and why does Oakeshott believe he's the leader Britain needs right now? Farage remains one of the most popular politicians in the country, which is why millions voted for him and his party in the last election. Oakeshott's endorsement of Farage as a potential prime minister has sent ripples through the political world. She argues that Farage has the strength and decisiveness that the UK desperately needs in these uncertain times. A bold statement that's making many rethink a figure they once. Last night, a petition was launched calling for a general election on the grounds that Labour has broken its promises. Farage's political background is nothing short of controversial. As the former leader of UKIP and the Brexit Party, he has long been a thorn in the side of mainstream politics. His unapologetic stance on issues such as immigration and EU membership has gained him both loyal followers and harsh critics. However, there's no denying his ability to mobilize voters. Millions have cast their ballots for Farage and his parties, even though the UK's voting system hasn't always translated this into parliamentary seats. When contrasting Farage's leadership style with Starmer's perceived weaknesses, the differences are clear. Oakeshott describes Farage as exciting, dynamic, charismatic, intelligent, engaging, and yes, divisive. Farage has always been more exciting and charismatic compared to her view of Starmer, whom she accuses of lacking conviction and backbone. Where Starmer is seen as hesitant and reactive, Farage is known for his direct approach and willingness to challenge the status quo. Farage's past successes in British politics can't be overlooked. He played a significant role in the Brexit campaign, turning what was once a fringe issue into a national movement. His media appearances and public speaking are often characterized as straightforward and unapologetic, resonating with voters who feel ignored by mainstream politicians. Public opinion on Farage is deeply divided. To some, he's a straight-talking champion of the people, while to others, he's a dangerous populist. Yet, as dissatisfaction with current leadership grows, even his critics acknowledge his political acumen. Oakeshott argues that Farage's willingness to challenge the establishment positions him as a serious contender for national leadership. The potential impact of a Farage-led government intrigues and concerns many. Could he bring the same disruptive energy to 10 Downing Street that he brought to the European Parliament? Could his style of politics unite a divided nation or worsen existing tensions? As these questions arise, one thing is clear. Discussing Farage as a potential prime minister signals a major shift in British politics. A petition calling for a general election due to Labour's broken promises is rapidly gaining signatures. It reflects a growing desire for bold, decisive leadership that is unafraid to challenge the system. Whether Farage is the solution remains to be seen, but his rise as a serious contender is a wake-up call for the political establishment. The public is demanding change and looking beyond traditional sources for leadership. The political landscape in Britain is shifting dramatically. Starmer's leadership crisis, highlighted by Oakeshott's scathing critique, has revealed an increasing appetite for change. Voters are becoming more disillusioned with Starmer's perceived inaction and lack of decisiveness. This vacuum has opened the door for unconventional candidates like Farage to be considered serious contenders for leadership. The public's desire for strong, decisive leadership is evident, with Farage's controversial yet direct approach resonating with those who feel sidelined by mainstream politics. However, his potential rise also raises concerns about deepening societal divisions. The very fact that Farage is being discussed as a possible prime minister underscores the seismic shift in British politics. Oakeshott's words ring true. If you want a better UK, you must take action. This call to action isn't just about backing one politician over another. It's about active participation in democracy. Whether it's joining a political party, signing petitions, or simply casting a vote, every citizen has the power to shape the future of British politics. The current leadership crisis presents an opportunity for voters to reclaim their voices and demand the governance they believe in.